by going back as far as the right shoulder with my hands, accelerating through and stopping at the left shoulder. And many guys would probably call this the kind of Tommy Fleetwood knockdown shot, and for me that's probably a good way to look at it. Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I want to take you through a few different ways that you can hit a knockdown shot where you can take a little bit of distance off your clubs, which will really help you find that really awkward yardage. And I'm here today at West Kent Golf Club, which is my home club here in England, and I am standing here about 165 away from the flag. And for me, 7-iron just isn't enough, and 6-iron feels like it's going to go a little bit long. So I'm going to show you two ways that I would take a little bit of distance off. Now the first one is to change swing length a little bit, and one of the main things I see with players is to try and take off distance, either change the speed from a full swing, so they will work to the top and then begin to decelerate and change speed there, or they just quite simply don't commit. And for me, that really caused issues with strike, and I felt like my hands got a little bit too involved and I actually started to pull the ball. So for me, I like to keep the acceleration on the golf club at all times, as I feel I can give it maximum commitment. So the first way I'm going to say is I'd grip the club quite normal. I'm going to feel like I swing back to my right shoulder and then accelerate hard through and stop at my left shoulder. So I'm actually taking some distance off of the arc here. So if I try and demonstrate one for you, again by going back as far as the right shoulder with my hands, accelerating through and stopping at the left shoulder. And many guys would probably call this the kind of Tommy Fleetwood knockdown shot, and for me that's probably a good way to look at it. So let's see how I get on. And I'm also going to tell you which one of the two I like best. So let's see how this gets on. For the camera, I've generally hit one at the flag, which I didn't think I was going to do, but pretty good. And the second way I like to perform this shot is actually generally going down the grip of the golf club. So if you think about it, we would generally swing a wedge slower than we would a 3-iron. Normally, or most commonly, because the club is much shorter. So the club isn't going to travel as far in the golf swing because it's not as long. And if the club doesn't travel so far in the swing, of course, we're going to lose a little bit of speed that way too. So for this one, I'm going to grip right down the club, and I'm going to swing this pretty full now into a full finish as well. Now, the one thing I would say about this is it's quite important, because the club is shorter, that you stay in your tilts, you stay over the golf ball. Otherwise, I think it's quite hard to strike. And in my experience, when I do strike it, it's great, but I can hit a few thin ones where the club is a little bit shorter. So again, let's see how this gets on. Now for me, I don't feel like I had as much control of that, and I actually pulled it down the left-hand side of the green. And again, that's just personal to me. I felt like I didn't have that much control, but I work with many players who find that way a little bit more predictable, and they know their yardage with that. So what I would say is get down your range, get to your local pro, and see if you can find out how much that shot knocks off. So when you have this scenario and you have that awkward yardage, you know exactly how far that ball flies. So thanks, and I'll see you soon. So thanks again for watching, and I hope that video made perfect sense into how you can change your distance with the same golf club just by altering some swing length or how you physically hold it. So if you like what I had to say, then please give the video a like, and if you could subscribe to the channel, I know it would really help. So thanks, and I'll see you soon.